I'm Kirkwood.
I'm Anna West.
And I'm Cindy Ellis.
And I'm Nellie here to inform you on what diabetes is. 17 million are living and struggling with diabetes. 11.1 are diagnosed and 5.9 are still unaware that they have diabetes. Every day the world gets bigger and so does the rise of diabetes. Diabetes not only affects adults but also affects children. That's why I'm here to inform you on what diabetes is, what causes diabetes, and how to prevent diabetes. Many people are unaware of what diabetes is. Diabetes is where the body cannot produce enough insulin or use it properly. Insulin is needed into the body in order to convert food into energy for daily life activities. There are three major types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is most common in children and is also known as gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes is where the body cannot produce or use insulin properly. Type 2 diabetes is most common in millions, and millions are still unaware that they have type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is where the body cannot produce or the cell rejects the insulin. Last but not least is gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes is most common in pregnancy. Doctors are still unaware of what causes gestational diabetes, but they do know that the insulin is not used properly or there's too little insulin during the pregnancy. With insulin is also glucose. If the insulin is not controlled, the glucose reaches high levels and ends up in hyperglycemia. The next big question is, what causes diabetes? Diabetes can be triggered by many factors, and the main factor is having a history of diabetes in the family. Having a history of diabetes in the family makes you 5 to 10 times greater for the risk of it. 5 to 10 times greater for the risk of it. Even if the person does not have a history of these types of diabetes in the family, they are still at great risk for it. The main factors of getting diabetes are being over the age of 45, being obese, having gestational diabetes which leads into diabetes, glucose tolerance, and not getting enough exercise. Most of these can be controlled, as in high blood pressure, being obese, and getting 30 minutes of exercises can prevent the onset of diabetes. Many people do not know how to prevent diabetes, and in order to prevent diabetes, you have to start a healthy lifestyle, as in getting 30 minutes of activities into your life or exercises, going to the doctor once a year and getting that yearly checkup, and starting and eating the colors of the rainbow. Obesity is the #1 factor for Americans today, and controlling obesity can also help prevent diabetes. If you go too long with having diabetes, it can result in many problems for the body, as in for the eyes, for kidneys, for the heart, for the blood vessels, and for the nerves, and also other major parts of the body. As a result, many people are still unaware. Therefore, that's why, once again I say that's why I'm here, in order to say what is diabetes, what causes it, and how to prevent it. And in order to prevent it, many people need to spread the word in order to help one child, one parent, and one grandparent to stop with this. One child, one parent, and one grandparent in order to live that healthy lifestyle.